with all the safety nets these franchises have through their service lines, through their helplines, through the mentors they'll provide to you, you really can't fail.
Welcome to Francoach's Franchising 101 podcast series. Here we talk about all things franchising. What is it all about? Is it for you? How do you find the best one to own? And so much more. Now your host, Tim Parmeter.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Francoach's Franchising 101 podcast. I'm Tim Parmeter, founder and CEO of Francoach and your podcast host. Today, we have another edition of, frankly, my favorite segment of what we do, which is In Their Words. In this segment, we're going to hear directly from a Francoach client who has become a franchise owner. We're going to talk all about their background, what led them to consider franchise ownership, how they navigated the process with the Francoach team, as well as what franchise they chose and how it has gone so far. And knowing us, probably a lot more than that. Today, our guest originally connected with the Francoach team after listening to this amazing podcast. I'm pretty sure it's called Franchising 101. Our guest was incredibly motivated to launch himself into business ownership and fully open to the Francoach process. And this resulted in, honestly, one of the faster matches we've had in our time. So we're excited to tell you that. But before we tell you that story, we have to tell you this one. Francoach is a national search firm dedicated to working with individuals who are interested in owning a franchise. We are partnered with over 500 of the top franchisors in the country, spanning nearly 60 industries. Our goal is to help clients find the absolute best franchise for them to own. And our goal of the Franchising 101 podcast series is to help educate people on all aspects of franchise ownership. All right, so that's a bit about us, but now let's get to the good stuff, which is going to be our guest. And this particular guest is literally just weeks away from officially opening his brand spanking new business as part of the Office Mart franchise system. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Taylor Hodges to the show. Taylor, thanks for joining us. How are you doing?
Absolutely. I appreciate you offering us to be on here with you.
We are but this is going to be fun, man, and I love these because, again, like, we connected because you listened to this amazing Franchising 101 podcast, and
where it all started.
I may be misusing the word amazing when I use that to describe the podcast, but this is cool, man. We got a bunch. I want to just hear a little bit about you and kind of your journey through this. So. To start with, give us the little scoop on who the heck is Taylor Hodges, a little kind of your background on everything.
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank you for offering this opportunity to me and, providing not only the assistance, but the knowledge in order to go through the rollover startup and have the connections to introduce me to not only Office Mart, but several other people down the line, as well as potential opportunities to pursue. I bounced from a refinery working shift work over to a 9-to-5. One day, I'm looking for business ideas, just kind of wondering my 9-to-5 job. And I was scrolling through podcasts and came across yours. And I listened to one episode. I was like, okay, I kind of want to figure out more what's this rollover business startup program is all about, considering you can roll over your 401k into opening a legit business tax-free. That sounded pretty amazing. And then as I and listening through your podcast, learning more about each individual steps and then, the overall process. And it sounded, and it is, very personal relationship developed, not only with you, but it's people that you introduced me to as well. And they really kind of go through everything, figure out not only who you are, but what your goals are, what you want to do, what you really want to do on a day-to-day basis, and pick your brain and figure out, the best strategies for you to go for the best opportunity for you. I've spoken with several people, and although that those franchises weren't the big ticket for me, there was never any sort of resiliency or really anything at all that would keep me from potentially going back to those other opportunities, merely because the people that I was talking to were awesome. They were very knowledgeable. They were very understanding. I knew next to nothing about this entire process, about what the questions to ask, the things to say. I was coming in the real greenhorn, real rookie off the street, not a clue or a dollar in my pocket with what to do. And they walked me through everything and really dove into all the details, even without me asking the questions I needed to ask. They're very transparent. I really don't know how to other way to say other than it was pretty amazing going through this entire process. And as I ended up with Office Mart, it was just kind of an idea that I knew in my heart was the right one, because it was an idea that I had before I even went into this process as far as what I wanted to do, because of the opportunities that I have through the people, not only that I know, but the area that I live in.
Yeah, no, and I love that. I love that, man. And you said one of the things we always talk about, right, is just because a franchise isn't the best one for you, like you had that experience. Hey, these are a couple others that we looked at. Great franchises, good people, right? You had a fantastic experience. Just wasn't the right fit for you.
Exactly. I believe
that's
was
what this is all about.
Five Renew and Oxy Clean or Oxy Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. Yeah. It was I forgot their names, but they were fun to talk to, man. They were definitely some characters. They knew a lot about their craft, they knew a lot about their company, and everybody starts out somewhere, and they're humble to the core and know that to the core. It really helps out in the process, and it really helped out in the decision making as well, because it was complete transparency, number one. Number two, if you say yes, that's amazing. If you say no, it's still amazing, because it's still an opportunity at the door for you. It's not, if you change your mind 9 times out of 10, actually probably 10 times out of 10, they're willing to open that door with you in that exact conversation and move forward.
Yeah, and you said one other thing, and I don't want to gloss over this, because this is a key thing for folks to hear is you are how old again?
I am 27.
27. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I have probably some t-shirts that are older than that. Okay. So,
that's funny as I do too. They got passed down from my parents.
So first of all, we both need to go get rid of those. Right. But
those are the retros.
It's sad when some of the things the Chuck Taylors, those are the crappy basketball shoes when I wore when I was a kid. Right now, it's these are cool. So I got news. They're not cool, people. I don't know what to tell you. So, but here's the thing. There's a perception, a myth sometimes that certainly in the corporate world, right, to be in your 20s, how talented or successful you are up to 27 years old, you're probably not going to be applying for or getting interviews for CEO jobs, right? Of Fortune 500 companies. It's not going to happen.
That would be, but that's not
right.
happening.
But it can. But opportunities for ownership are there, and the franchises are looking for totally different things. There's nothing wrong with. Again, I always say there's 2 age groups almost exclusively we work with. It's kind of your age, late 20s, early 30s, or it's the old people in my age group, 45 to 55. And the people in my age group, 20, 25 years, go to college, get a degree, go get the job, climb the corporate ladder. But it takes my generation, or took my generation 20, 25 years to realize that path sucks, and that maybe there's another way. And then there's the people in your age demographic have figured this out so fast. It's both for me, it's both awesome to see. But it's also a little annoying, because I'm like, dang, where was I 25 years ago with all of this stuff, right? So it's really, I want to make that clear, is that there's no age discrimination going on with this. Talent, the motivation, the drive, the ability to follow a plan, and then taken the time like we did to find that true match. So so I really wanted to make sure I don't want to kind of gloss over that, because that's a key element for people to kind of hear, right? So
absolutely. And I mean, I know I've quite a few friends, quite a few family members that are around the same age I am, if not the same age, that have the same goals, the same drive. There's no different. It's just with the people that I was introduced to, they had no care in the world how old I was. They wanted to know who I was, not, basic driver license details in any sort of way. They wanted to pick up the phone, have a detailed conversation, figure out basically who you are as a person. And, with all the safety nets these franchises have through their service lines, through their helplines, through the mentors they'll provide to you, you really can't fail. It's only way you can fail is if you let yourself fail, because there is an endless line of people that you can talk to, regardless of the franchise you sign with, that will keep you from failing, that will do just about everything they humanly can to get you moving forward, to get your boat sailing to the island you're trying to get to.
Yeah, it's when you find the right match, it's really hard to fail. And then I think one of the things that's, I don't want to give you a chance to talk specifically about Office Mart here in a second, but the amount of opportunities that are out there, right? And say just kind of part of, like, I think I say this in my sleep, right? Hey, we work with well over 500 franchises in about 60 different industries. Admittedly, some we work with a little bit more than others. This was kind of a fun experience for me too. Office Mart was a little newer to our inventory, right? And I had kind of seen it. I'm like, well, hey, that's kind of cool, but it's going to be it's that specific person, that specific fit. And so that was selfishly kind of fun for me to go through that and really take a deeper dive and kind of hear even a little bit from you with that. I'm going to put you on the spot here, brother, because I know you haven't gone to training yet, but tell us, like, okay, you're an owner of Office Mart. Give us the pitch, dude. What does Office Mart do?
What do we do? So basically, if you're in your office right now, look around your office, look at everything on your desk, around your desk, next to your feet, in your drawers. I can offer you a discount on everything you buy. A simpler, faster, more efficient way to get everything that is considered a necessity to your workplace and to the comfortability of your workplace all at once, all from one place, all through one person. You talk to one person, you deal with one person. I have the answers, I have the solutions, and not only that, but I have what you need. And with that, you get the whole platform of Office Mart, which ranges from supplies from 3M. Say, you have a lot of people flow through your office place. And, you happen to be in the category where you are more subjected to the worst effects of COVID. So, you constantly have masks out for people to wear, just, gloves you like to wear personally, simple thing, printer ink, pens, paper, cleaning supplies, normal office supplies you have for in your break room, like coffee, et cetera, et cetera. And then say you have a shop by some means. Like I said, we offer not only 3M, but a variety of other companies we have distributor license agreements with, that we will basically can offer you a wholesale price. So we can beat Sam's Club, we can beat Costco, we can beat Printer World, we can beat just about any name, any person you throw at us. You give me that SKU number, I'll pull up that exact product with a cheaper price than what you pay yesterday, 10 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 months ago. I'll beat it. And if I can't, we offer a $100 gift card for just the opportunity, so you're not wasting your time.
Which I love, because that is the ultimate in mic drop level of confidence. I'm gonna give you $100 if I can't beat the price.
Exactly.
Right? So
not only that, but we also offer operating systems. Say you have a small restaurant or such, and you don't get the same amount of sales as like a Papacitos or something. We offer that, and we can beat just about everybody when it comes to those systems, just because Office Mart is Office Mart, and that's what we do. We offer people a better opportunity to not only run their business through saving money, but you're dealing with one person. You're not dealing with customer service at Sam's or whoever your wholesaler you go through. You're dealing with one person and one person only when you're dealing with me, Sunny Distribution Incorporated. And it's about as simple as that. I mean, really, it's cheaper this way and it's more efficient this way. And if you don't like it, you're getting $100 for your time.
So a couple thoughts with that. Number one, like it's one of those, it's almost like what's the catch, right? It's like literally whatever, again, like it could be coffee at point of sale. It could be whatever you're paying money for in your office for your business. You're going to be able to get less for less with Office Mart.
I'm trying to tell you anything new. I am simply offering the opportunity to save money on things you already bought.
Yes. So yeah, exactly. And if you can't, then you're going to give them $100. And then, so my other question,
$100 for your time.
And this one's a little self-serving, is like, can I get Diet Coke for a less price? Does that count?
Is a question. I do not know if we offer any food or beverage items.
Dang it. All right.
I try to pull some strings. Maybe we can do an exclusive offer with Francoach and work on maybe a Diet Coke sale.
Yeah. So that should be like, I don't know, first or second question in training. And if it's yes, I got a guy for you. So, so cool. No, I love that. And so that's, again, fantastic. And so I'm going to give you a plug. So anybody listening to this that like, man, I like, sign me up for that. Then you hit us up. I'll get you in touch with Taylor and you can, and we'll get you a new client. So, so we do that. So what's, I guess as you think about this, the question I always like to ask is, as you were going through this, right? It's all exciting, and until you get all the way to the end, now you're awarded, and now it's like, oh my gosh, now it's time to sign. What was maybe your biggest fear when we were kind of going through this process, right up until you're ready to get started and get signed with Office Mart?
My biggest fear would have been regret. Basically, getting to the position I am now, fully transferred funds over from point A to point B to point C now, and feeling some type of anxiety in a negative manner as far as, oh no, what did I just do? And, that was a bug that kind of lingered in the back of my head for, a little bit of time. But as I sat there and I pondered, all the pros and cons of why I felt that way, it was just kind of a no-brainer. It's like, how can I lose? I don't, 100 people can tell me no, but you know what? There's more than 100 people in this world. And those 100 people, yes, they may have shelled out $100,000 off me, but you know what? There's more than $100,000 in this world. So
awesome.
That's the bottom line. I mean, it's really the only way to move forward, is just have the mindset of, what you're doing, you trust what you're doing, and you're not going to stop.
Totally. Yeah. No, I love it. Right. Because that's for almost every person, especially right at the end of the process, it's time to sign the franchise agreement. There's a little pucker that goes on. Right. And I think it's natural. It's human nature. And then again, we always talk about the get out of bed test, right? You're going to get out of bed. You're going to go to work at your business. Are you excited about it? Can you see yourself doing it day in, day out? Are you smart enough to follow the plan that the franchise has in place? If so, it's like you said, it's really hard to fail, right? They've got everything there for you and you've got that motivation. And then really it's like it's not the regret of what happens if something goes wrong. It's what happens. It's the regret of, are you going to look back and wish you would have done this? And I'm absolutely tickled that you are getting started with this. I know you're gonna just be a rock star with it. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm knocking on the door, and I got a baby due in December, so I'm hoping, as soon as I get cleared out of that training, got the platform downloaded on the computer, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna hit the road, and I'm not going to stop until I have enough to hold me over so I can take off as much time as I want to be with my baby girl. Well,
Absolutely.
both my baby girls.
And as much Yeah, as much as the franchisor is going to support you and help you succeed, it'll never get to the franchise because you have overachieved with your better half. She is awesome. And I'm sad she's not here with us today, but she will absolutely kick your backside if you're not getting stuff done. So it's why I've I have full confidence in you, but I have even more confidence in DJ and the franchisor making sure you're getting stuff done. So,
she's got my back to the end.
Totally. So, hey, last thing, Betty, I know you're busy and I appreciate your time, but what would you share with somebody who's maybe listening today and they're considering looking at franchise ownership like you were a few months back, right? Is there anything you would want to kind of share with them as maybe kind of help nudge them along to take a look at this?
Let me tell you this. If you're listening to this podcast right now, it's because you've been thinking about this for quite some time. And it's because you want something more. And you know you have it inside you. You know it's there in your future. You see it in your daydreams every day. You see it in your thoughts every single night. Give Tim a call. It's no charge. All it's going to cost you is a little bit of time. It's phone calls. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's very transparent. If you say no, you are not hurting anybody's feelings in any sort of way. I said no quite a few times. And I said yes even more because, you really have to soul search. You really have to dig in your guts and decide from the beginning that if you do this and if you choose to do this, it's all the way. It's no stopping. It's no looking back. You have to know in your heart that this is 100% it. And not only that, but when you do make the decision and you do make that jump, finding out and really digging to figure out what franchise is the best fit is probably one of the biggest enjoyments I've had in my life, because when I pulled the trigger, I knew it was it. When I pulled the trigger, I knew that even if there wasn't a safety net under me, no matter how deep that fall was, I was going a million times higher. It's just been such an experience, and it's been such a blessing in a lot of ways that, I fall short of words because, to be honest with you, I did all of this for my family. I did all of this to take care of my baby coming into this world, taking care of the woman I love more than anything and everything for the rest of eternity, because I love them and I would do anything for them. And they are my biggest drive in this world. And for them, I will never look back. I'm always going to go forward. And it's important to have your heart and your brain in the same place when you pull the trigger, and you'll know it. There's always going to be a what if. There's always going to be that anxious feeling, but the anxious feeling is more excitement for the future, because that's what anxiety is. Anxiety is fear of the future in a lot of different ways. It can be good. It can be bad. You got to channel it as good because you're making the right decision. It's what you want to do, and it's the right fit.
That was incredibly well said, my friend. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you and DJ both and work with you. I have no doubt you're going to be ginormous success at this. And so I thank you so much, buddy, for coming on and spending time with us today. So thank you so much for doing so.
No, thank you, Tim. It's been an honor and a privilege, my friend. I will be in touch with you soon, and we will definitely stay in touch in the future, my friend.
Absolutely. So thanks so much. And thank all of our loyal podcast listeners for tuning in once again. We hope the Franchising 101 series continues to provide insight into the amazing possibilities that can be achieved as a franchise owner. If you haven't, please be sure to subscribe or follow us on your favorite podcast platform to ensure you never miss an episode. Also, if you're not aware, check out our Franchising 101 podcast website, which is cleverly titled franchising101podcast.net. Or, of course, our main site, which is francoach.net. We're all over all the social media places as well. We'll also check us there. And lastly, if you would like to learn more about becoming a franchise owner like Taylor, then let's schedule a brief introductory call. Click the link in your podcast window or find us online at francoach.net. There's never any fee for our service, so we encourage you to take that first step today to help create your better tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.
Thanks for listening to Francoach's Franchising 101 podcast. where our ultimate goal is to help educate you on all things franchising so you can create your better tomorrow.